Shahbandar, thank you very much for joining us again, Oubai. This isn't Turkey's first operation inside Syria. It's entered Syrian territory twice over the past 2 years. Walk us through why this one is so important. What are the main objectives of this operation?
Well, this operation is certainly potentially a turning point since the last major Turkish involvement in Syria as part of the Euphrates Shield operation, where major battles took place against Daesh at that point. Today, why is this so different? Well, let's unpack it. Turkey is working very closely with the Turkish-backed Free Syrian Army forces that fought alongside Turkish commando and Turkish forces against Daesh in the Euphrates Shield area of operations in northern Aleppo province. Now, these are the same forces that are now entering Afrin. We do know that, according to information on the ground, per reporting of the Free Syrian Army, they have already liberated one village in northern Afrin province, north of Afrin city, the Shingal village. This village has been liberated by the Turkish-backed Free Syrian Army. So this is going to be just one small step in what's expected to be a prolonged and deliberate operation, where it's the Syrians that are liberating their towns and their cities, where the Turkish armed forces are providing that military support in conjunction with their local partners, and that's what makes this operation so unique.
You said prolonged. How long could this take? And also, what are the main challenges ahead of the Free Syrian Army, but also Turkish troops on the ground?
Well, from what we're hearing on the Turkish side, from the Turkish forces, patience is going to be very important. They're saying that they're taking a purposefully steady and cautious approach to avoid civilian casualties. We already know that the YPG, which is the Syrian version of the PKK terror group, has launched a disinformation campaign on social media. In fact, local media has already debunked fake pictures that are being spread on social media of injured children. YPG media accounts are attempting to launch this disinformation campaign, and fact-checking groups are attempting to counter it. So not only is this a battle for on the ground, on the battlefield, but also a battle for the hearts and minds and public international perception.
I just want to ask you one more question before we move on. This is a very important operation here, because it's going to be extended to other areas. Walk us through that stage of the operation and talk about why Manbij, for example, is so strategic, so important.
Now, we've heard from Turkish leadership that the city of Manbij, also occupied by the YPG, maybe the next phase in this operation. This city has been occupied by the YPG for around 2 years. It is an Arab city in the eastern part of Aleppo province, and it's a crucial launching point into the Raqqa hinterlands. In order to prevent ISIS from re-emerging, you need to control Manbij, and we've seen time and time again how the YPG terror group in Syria has allowed ISIS freedom of movement through its territory, through Assad regime territory. So liberating Manbij, which is occupied by the YPG, it's originally an Arab city, may be necessary to prevent the re-emergence of ISIS. So we'll have to wait and see whether that city becomes the next phase of Operation Olive Branch.
All right, we will continue to monitor the situation on the ground. Thank you very much for your analysis, Oubai Shahbandar. Now, the Turkish